painted the trailer, putting on a new deck on it, new tires, new lights, new springs on the ramp. And, he's asking about the building. Well, we just discussed that a little bit. That's gonna have to be pared down. That would be for a later date. So there is the, department, from the road department. One thing you'll notice that, these guys have done, that we haven't done in a long time is, and they're asking for the chipper for this grant, is because they're cutting a lot of trees down that are along the side of the road. And the reason that they're doing that is so the sun can get down on the road and melt, the ice. And you'll notice that, it's doing a great job. The amount of trees that they've cut down, to open the roads up to where the sun can get down on it. And we're only using salt, we're not using a mix this year or last year, which is a big savings to the township. So therefore, we sold our street sweeper and we no longer do street sweeping. But if they go out and they do ditching or they cut the trees, they clean everything up. So you'll never see them leaving a mess. But all it takes is just a little riding around to see what these guys do. And they really don't get the credit that they deserve because these guys are number one. They save lives and everybody sees that. But the road department's kind of, like me, the little guy at the totem pole.
Yeah, we see.
I'm sorry?
We see.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. So that's all I have for the road department. Does anybody want to take the police department on as far as?
You want me to tell you?
All right, well, traffic, yeah, Doug, go ahead. This will make you feel better because you were hurt today. You said you gotta keep moving.
Police Department report for February, 12 traffic crash investigations, 175 traffic stops, issued 29 citations, 8 adult arrests, 5 pending juvenile arrests, 3 warrants filed for investigations, and 58 incident reports. Police Department has installed crime scene kits in 3 of our police units. The supervisor cars have emergency response plans inside from the Champion Local School District. Obtained 3 days of free emergency vehicle operations training for April of 2023 at Mid-Ohio Raceway. Sounds like a good time. They obtained 3 carbine rifles for use in the units once they're sighted in, and obtained 5 sets of stop sticks for placements in the CPD units. Those were all purchased with money from some of the evidence that we had and have sold. So unclaimed evidence was sold, paid for those things. Radar certifications will be done in March for free. I think OSP will be working on that. And establish a monthly chief of police meeting collaboration with Bezetta, Cortland, and Warren Township. Pretty important for us to remain good friends with our neighbors when it comes to that. Plans for the month of March is still searching for part-time police officers. We did hire Mr. Ball tonight. We got another one in the wings, so we hopefully are gonna get our part-time staffing back up. And that's about it.
Good for 4 years. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
One thing, gentlemen, that we forgot here, Tom, important, just made me aware of it here. It's for, Tom, if you want to take over, this is for the ProCare services for Stryker.
Yeah, this covers our heart monitors, our Lucas devices. The Lucas device is the machine that we use to do CPR on somebody. We have a machine for that now. All of our heart monitors need preventative maintenance, and so does that, and that covers everything. So if we have an issue, it's covered.
Now, this, I understand, is for 4 years.
Yes.
And that's why the amount is so low.
Correct. Yeah, if we have a heart monitor go out of service today, I have a number. I call the guy and he brings us another heart monitor. So.
I take it there's no alternative.
Not really. I wish there was.
Have we done this in the past?
So our annual payment will be $4,923.28 if we want to run it out for 4 years.
Correct.
So,
Make the motion.
55.
all the works is good?
Well, they have too many options here.
No, and you know, to put it in perspective, like Courtney just asked me, one of these heart monitors costs $55,000.
Wow.
The Lucas devices,
Insurance.
they're almost $30,000. We have 2 of those and 3 heart monitors.
Yeah, what's the defibrillators cost?
That's the heart monitors, it's the whole.
All in one now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cot alone, the lift cot alone is what, 60?
Yes.
It's not cheap to provide an EMS service, it's truly not. I guess the decision would be, you wanna do this in 4 annual payments?
What?
You wanna do it all at once or 4 times?
I'd do it one shot,
All right,
do it for 19,693.13.
okay, do I hear a motion to, pay $19,693.13 to ProCare Services for, Lucas and Light Pack 15. 1 Lucas and 2, Light Pack 15.
Should be 2 Lucases.
I'm showing 1 and 2.
Yep, you're right.
About that motion, illegal. So you're making the motion for the Lucas Prevent on-site and the Lucas LP 15 Prevent on-site for 4 years. In the amount of $19,693.13. With annual payments of $49.23.28.
So you don't wanna do it all at once?
You can make annual payments, no reason to pay all 4 years up front. Right? Doesn't save us any money.
No.
I'm good with that.
Use their money as long as we can, it's free.
Well, I thought I heard you say do it all at once, that's all. I was just double checking.
I just make one motion for 4 years, paid annually,
Okay.
$49.23.28. That's how I would do it, but. You know, it's right.
I think it's right. I'll go ahead and do it.
You wanna repeat the motion, because I'm totally confused.
You read it out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear the annual payments, 4,000 what?
$4,923.28 is the,
Can you
payments.
read it?
Okay.
Sure.
All right, Courtney, I'll take it. Need a motion to enter into contract with ProCare Services for Lucas Prevent On-Site, ProCare Lucas Prevent Service, annual on-site preventive maintenance inspection and unlimited repairs, including parts, labor, and travel with battery coverages. And ProCare Services LP 15 Prevent On-Site, ProCare Life Pack 15 Prevent Service, annual on-site preventative maintenance inspection and unlimited repairs, including parts, labor, and travel with battery coverage. 4-year deal at $19,693.13, paid in annual payments of $4,923.28.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Doug.
Yes, sir. Jen, you got anything?
Do you need to-
Thanks.
Just that, bear with me, we just took over from Rhonda, and we've had a lot of phone calls coming in, so I'm trying to get through them as fast as I can. I think we've got about 50 phone calls in like a week and a half, so
Right.
just please bear with me, we are reaching out to everybody as the phone calls came in, so you will be getting a call, just please bear with us.
You know, Jennifer, who's married, she is the acting zoning inspector. We've had quite a few complaints, people, you know, Rhonda was using her cell phone number for a while, and that number's out there, we don't know where all the calls are actually going, so it's a bit of a curve here to get it all figured out and straightened out. So anybody here that's had any zoning issues, please keep reaching out, to Jennifer, and, make sure we get you straightened out here as quickly as we can. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, that, Phyllis, anything else?
Public comment?
No, I mean, from.
I talked to Denny Malloy, Trumbull County Commissioner Denny Malloy, and Trumbull County Commissioners are going to disperse some of their ARP monies to townships. And there's a application to fill out for consideration. So I think we need to put our heads together and see what project or projects we may want considered for some of their ARP money.
I talked to Denny, a few weeks back also, and I'll tell you, I think one of the first things that I'd like to see fixed, and I know it's not necessarily a champion problem, but if there's some money out there, I really think we should, research an educational highway. This needs to be addressed before we run into any other issues down there. Clearly, the engineer does not want to be involved in that. And I hate to try to put any money into a road that may see a whole bunch of construction, but also we have to get that road
Yeah, this is
funded correctly, taken care of.
This is typical Trumbull County. They're talking about using ARP monies to update, if that's the right word, educational highway. Only trouble is, there's no use doing anything with it until Mercy Health comes in and finishes construction of their hospital. It would be awfully short-sighted to go ahead and do what needs to be done and asphalt that and put in curbs and doing whatever else may be required, and then they bring in cranes, heavy trucks, and tear it all up. But the problem is, ARP monies have to be spent by 2026. And if Mercy Health started tomorrow, they wouldn't be done with that hospital in 2026. So, you know, it's gonna have to be addressed with funds other than ARP money, as far as I can see, unless there can be some sleight of hand done, and how that would be done, I don't know.
We also still have quite a few residents that want to see some water line extensions done. North Park Avenue between Champion and North River. Requests there, we have requests on Cleveland Street East for extensions to go up. I mean, they can use some of that, I don't know.
Who owns educational highway? Did you determine that yet?
I mean,
Educational highway, who owns it?
the county owns it, but it hasn't been platted or dedicated properly according to the
There's a
program.
problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't even know if you can, I don't know if you could, if that road's legally a public highway. I know that sounds screwy, but
Well, who stopped Huntington from putting their driveway over there?
County. There was a problem with, years ago when that road was put in, there was a problem with a property owner who owned property on the north side of Educational Highway. So they were gonna run utilities up through there, and if my information is correct, I think Rex has a little information on this, if I get it straight, all around. Yeah, hit me twice usually, but anyhow, they were, that resident that owned the property was fighting with the county about frontage assessment, the cost on the utilities. So the county built the road and put a buffer on the north side of the highway so that that person could not do anything with their property when it came to Educational Highway. In order to do that, the road was never accepted. So right now, as far as I can tell, everybody's got different opinions. That road is technically a private driveway.
Sounds like Trumbull County.
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. So
What year was that put in?
Mm.
What year was that put in? When did I mean, that was put in when TCTC moved there, right?
JBS opened it, yeah, that was all done, so I'm not sure what year. That was probably 77, 78.
Okay.
Somewhere along there, but, so you have a highway engineer who doesn't wanna do anything with the road because it's not his responsibility, because it's not
But
part of the highway
in the
system.
same breath, he's been taking care of it for all these years. Now all of a sudden, it's not his responsibility.
Right, so,
And I didn't realize it was that late. When they first put Kent in, that wasn't there then?
no.
And
Only when they added their other buildings did they make the access on the,
okay. I don't remember that far back. I attended, but I don't remember that far back.
So, yeah, that's been a problem, and it continues to be a problem, and there continues to be some squabbling over the road, and the maintenance of the road, the update, repairs of the road, and when you sit there and you listen to the whole story, you can see everybody's side of it, and, the engineer says it's not his problem. When you look at the documents, he's probably right. So, that's, like to see somewhere some money set aside to get that taken care of, because if Mercy decides that they wanna do something, that is going to be the next hurdle that's gonna have to be overcome, and I don't know that Mercy's going to, I don't know that they're not. But, that whole thing got real quiet again, we haven't heard much from Mercy. Sometimes there's a lot going on behind it that we don't know about, and, Mercy could pop back up tomorrow and say, we're gonna start construction next Thursday. We have no way to know, so we're watching it as close as we can, but that's going to be an issue if that project moves any further forward.
Have they actually purchased the property?
There's been no transfer.
Okay, I've heard those things, that they haven't.
I've yet to see anything on the auditor's side or done their quarters that there's been a
No
transaction.
there's been no transfer.
Me either, but I'm not always, I don't always trust the auditor either.
So we'll see. What else can we do with county's ARP money? Can they chip in for our building? I suppose. Whitetail's, function, talk to Timmy.
Park, the fire station, do a park there.
Yeah.
Thermal imaging can also. Thermal imaging can
All right.
Find out. Okay, we're at that point in the meeting to where it's, public comment. Yes, sir.
Jack Bessie, Durst Drive. Piggybacking off your earlier conversation on the cut through the old central school. Don't you think it's about time we put a turn lane on 45, left turn lane at 305 both ways and Champion Street both ways? so that you don't have 15 cars waiting for one left-hand turn.
Especially with the school.
Yeah, it's really bad.
That's determined by ODOT.
ODOT.
Well, can we do something to initiate them studying it?
Keep petitioning ODOT, I'm sure, but they're aware of the situation there. You know, they did put crosswalks in both those places.
Has anybody ever-
I don't know, I hope everyone can tell my sarcasm there. Yeah, so it's a joke. I mean, couldn't do turn lanes, but we put crosswalks in.
Where the turn lane's coming down 305?
No, on 45, both ways, north-south,
Oh,
left turns on the
You're right,
45
it's
and
a problem.
Champion.
It is, it's bad.
Huge problem. You know, the problem used to be further south, and then, you know, they went down there and they fixed all those problems down there, and now you can really see the bottleneck to the north of it.
Yep.
Problem.
Especially with all the schools now in one spot.
For sure.
Yeah, that's excavated.
Yeah, we could, I would think that we'd have to initiate that, but that'd be the state's, decision on that. That was when it was down there at 45.
Well, the whole idea, when they widened 45 just north of, just north of State Road, they always said that they had intentions of doing it all the way out as traffic dictated. You know, but the thing is, you have to understand what all they go through to do something like that. I mean, they're taking right away / property off people.
Utilities, all of them.
Then you got the people screaming about, especially businesses, you know, the businesses down through there lose parking spaces. Heck, you put an turning lane in, Artie Banks is gonna lose half they're up against Mahoney and Avenue now.
Yep.
You know, and then they're gonna take it into BP, and, you know, that's a lot of planning, a lot of work.
Sparkle's building a
lot of
pretty close road on the other
a lot of
side.
Land acquisition.
I think what expedited that was concern as far as getting the traffic off of 82, widening that just so they could get, because we're getting traffic backed up on 82, we're bottlenecking it.
Back in the Kent area,
Yeah.
that was a problem.
Yep. And that helped expedite it.
I can
This-
call ODOT and see where they are with it, I know them guys. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice what they did. If they'd just kept going, it would've been
The
great.
schools really made it challenging.
Yeah, it's a problem, huge problem. Too late now.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
Steve Rhodes, I live on Heath Drive, pretty close. It's a Statler Ridge HOA. I know those are private roads over there. Is there any way to get those turned over to the township or for maintenance?
We just had somebody in here not long ago asking that,
I'm the president of the HOA. so-
Mrs. Kirkwood. Does that sound right?
Diane Kirkland?
Diane, yeah. Sean was doing some studies on that, did he ever get them completed?
You
Heard anything from that?
If he has, I haven't heard, and I'm
Right,
her boss, sort of.
so yeah, Diane Kirkwood was in here probably, what time?
A year ago.
Probably a year ago, just last month, right?
Yeah, just last month.
We gave that to our road supervisor to look into,
Okay.
do a follow-up with him, and then we'll have him get back with you. What's a good phone number for you?
330-980-4782. Steve Rhodes.
Okay.
And I submitted a couple complaints from one of our residents. A couple of them voiced an opinion on the two properties at the end of Ridge Road. One, Mr. Statler, he has like 4 trucks sitting there. And I submitted a formal complaint, I never heard back on that. And then the other guy on the other side had the girls run into his garage some sometimes his yard gets pretty,
Mrs. Barb's old place, the brick house.
yeah. And Statler Ridge is pretty well kept. And they're afraid it might bring down their property value. But I've put those,
How long ago did you talk about the trucks over at Statler?
how long have they been there?
No, how long ago did you say something to her about them? How long ago did you fill
We
out
didn't
that
talk to
complaint?
him about them.
You filled out a complaint?
I filled out a
How long
complaint
ago?
about 4 months ago, 5, 6 months ago. Left them in the mailbox up at, there's another thing, I went online to find out where the meeting was. I'm all new to this stuff.
Okay.
So this is my first township meeting.
Okay.
And, I hold my meetings at my house. So I know, one thing is, we're all, the average age in Statler Ridge is probably 75. And they're all pretty much fixed incomes. Some of them are pretty comfortable, but, they want just 7,000 just to seal the roads now. That's like almost doubled since I've been president.
Right.
And it's just getting cost prohibitive. I mean, we keep raising our HOA fees, and we really don't have a lot of nice extras. We're just trying to keep our head above water. And we're just trying to find ways to stretch the dollar.
You have association